record as the Twins. Twins 32-33. The Pirates 30-33. And the Pirates just 4.5 games back. The Twins 3 games back. 1-0. Perkins pitching to the speedy Andrew McCutchen. And there's a strike. Nice stop by Creedy, diving to his left, and he throws him out.
Well, both these ball clubs here are relying on good defense. Both of them very good defensive clubs. And right there, Joe Creedy shows off his defense by going quickly to his left. He has to play in because of respecting McCutchen's speed right there, and makes a very nice play.
And now Nyjer Morgan. Morgan quite fast as well. He takes a strike. Pretty obvious which way the Pirates are going here with the acquisition or the call up of McCutchen. Nyjer Morgan, if not McCutchen, he's the fastest guy on the team. They put a lot of speed on top of the batting order.
Well, I mentioned in the open, Dick, they have only 36 home runs. That's the least amount of home runs in the major leagues. But, you know, they have to play small ball.
Swing and a miss. 1-2 to Morgan.
Perkins has all 4 pitchers. There's John Russell right there, the manager of the Pittsburgh Pirates. All 4 pitches. A good sinking fastball. He'll throw the 4-seamer. He'll mix in a hard breaking ball. Big slow curveball. Now that's the breaking ball right there that Joe does a good job of getting in his glove. And he'll mix in that changeup.
Perkins with just 1 win the way his season started. You'd thought by now he'd have 8 or 9 wins the way he pitched in his first 3 starts. Harris has to charge. Fire on the run. On a very close play. Morgan's retired. Out number 2. Well, the Pirates might not hit many or any in this series, but in today's game we're participating in the home run challenge. Today every home run in the game raises $16,000 for prostate cancer research, and you can make a pledge by calling 800-798-CURE.
Very nice, and let's find a cure.
Here's Freddie Sanchez. As you mentioned earlier, a couple of years ago, the National League batting champion, and just having an all-around solid year this year. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, Sanchez with 5 doubles on, or excuse me, 5 home runs, but 22 doubles. Only Miguel Tejada has more doubles in the National League. Also 3 triples for Sanchez.
1-2. A couple years ago for Perkins, it was a shoulder strain. This year, an elbow issue. And a foul ball that will sail back into the seats.
Well, the rehab assignments for Perkins went extremely well. That's why the Twins made the move today. 7 shutout innings in his last rehab start. And Jesse Crain optioned to Rochester.
And a foul back.
Were you a little surprised that Jesse Crain got optioned out?
Well, yeah, I mean, everybody knew Perkins was going to be making the start. They had to make a roster move, and I was counting down the options. Was it going to be Cuddyer going on the disabled list, Span going on the disabled list, sending Jose Morales back? There's a fly ball to center, and Gomez retreats to make the catch. Short answer, yes. How about you?
I think it's good for Jesse. A
1-2-3 first for Perkins. There's nothing here.
Jim, Ed, John, they all let you down.
The Menards batting order for the Minnesota Twins in the opening game of this series in homestand. Brendan Harris leading off. Joe Mauer hitting second. Hitting pretty well against lefties, even better against righties than Morneau, Creedy, Kubel, Cuddyer, Young, Gomez, and Punto.
And a scouting report on Paul Maholm making his 14th start of the year. This guy's a crafty left-handed pitcher. He'll work the ball in and out, likes to work the right-handers inside. Even though he's pitched pretty good, he only has one win over his last 9 starts.
And a first pitch fastball for strike one. We've had this discussion before. Left-handers can be crafty. Right-handers apparently can't be.
No.
Never heard of that term, a crafty
Well,
right-hander.
you know what? I guess you could almost say that about Paul Bird. Paul Bird was a crafty right-hander.
Harris grounds a single up the middle, and the Twins get their leadoff man on here in the first. And the Pirates defensively, Morgan, McCutchen, and Young, a very fleet outfield. LaRoche in the corners, Wilson and Sanchez up the middle, and Jaramillo behind the plate. Ryan Doumit, their outstanding catcher, on the disabled list for another month or so. And the guy anchoring that very fleet outfield, their new center fielder. Well, we'll see if Joe Mauer can make him move laterally with Harris aboard to start the ball game. And it's starting to happen here at home, and it really hasn't happened much here at home. Mauer now, with the great series that he had at Wrigley Field and the fan fervor there, now Mauer comes to the plate, and with every pitch, flashbulbs pop off here.
Good.
And they got a nice shot of the throw to first to keep Brendan Harris close to the bag.
Opponents are hitting 253 off of Maholm. Now left-handers hitting only 133, while right-handers are hitting 281. So he's done a very good job against left-handers. But these guys, Mauer, Morneau, are not your typical left-handed hitters against left-handed pitchers.
It just occurred to me I really dated myself by calling them flashbulbs. There hasn't been a flashbulb around in 20 years, has there?
I still have one.
Do you?
Yeah.
1-1 to Mauer. And fouled up toward the first baseman. 1-2.
Paul Maholm, 26 years old, in his 5th season with the Pirates. Has a good sinking fastball. His slider, his probably out pitch. He'll mix in a curveball and a changeup. And 4-2 on the year. Very good 3.61 ERA. 27 walks, 50 strikeouts so far on the year.
Long look in, and now Maholm ready. 1-2 to Mauer. And lifted foul into the upper deck.
That was that slider right there. He just left it up, and Joe fouled it off. Maholm, originally Pirates' #1 pick back in 2003 out of Mississippi State University. First came up with the Pirates in 2005. This is his 110th Major League start. And his second against the Twins. He faced the Twins back in 2006 in Pittsburgh.
He's got a career record right now of 34-37, which obviously is a below 500 record, but given the teams he's pitched on, that gives you a better idea, I think, of how good of a pitcher he is. It's a Pirate team that hasn't had a winning season for a long time. Mauer takes outside, a close pitch, 2-2.
Well, Joe has such a good eye at the plate. A lot of times he will get that call. Well, that looked like a very good pitch down and away. There's his career numbers. Very good. 4.21 ERA. 3 complete games on 109 starts, and one of them being a shutout.
Up the middle and through for a hit. Harris around second, on his way to third. And the Twins take Maholm up the middle twice and have a threat here in the first inning.
Well, as I mentioned, Joe Mauer, not your typical left-handed hitter against a left-handed pitcher. That pitch that he took down and away makes Maholm throw another pitch. And that ball down, but Joe beats it right back up the middle, past the diving Freddie Sanchez into center field, and Harris able to scoot over to third.
So just what Maholm wanted. 2 men aboard in his first matchup tonight with Justin Morneau. Breaking ball that covers the corner, strike one. Twins won 5 games out of 10 on the road trip, even though Morneau had a fairly quiet road trip. He hit 1 home run, drove in 4 runs, and his batting average took a 20-point dip in the week and a half on the road. And now 1-1.
And that home run he hit was against a left-handed pitcher, Brett Anderson of the Oakland A's, back on last Tuesday in Oakland.
6 homers against lefties and a .371 average against southpaws. A splintered bat. The Pirates get 1 and they get 2, and the Twins get Harris in from third. No run batted in for Morneau, but the Twins take a 1-0 lead.
Well, that's that slider right there, right off the end of the bat of Justin, and all he could do was hit it to second base. Good turn right there by Sanchez and Wilson to get the double play, but Harris scores the first run of the ballgame.
So given the situation, if you're Maholm, you'll gladly take that.
Early in the ball game, yes, for sure. Get the 2 outs in 1 pitch.
And now Joe Crede takes a strike, saying this afternoon to me that Crede did that his back feels much better after having it tighten up on him a little bit Sunday afternoon. Took himself out of the lineup. Of course, had an off day yesterday, and Ron Gardenhire said before the game today he made it very clear to Joe before the season that's how he wanted this to play out, and he didn't want Joe to try to be a
hero,
Iron Man or a hero or anything. If it starts to tighten up, let's take care of it now, have you miss a game rather than 15.
And Joe, you know what he's been through the last couple of years with those back surgeries and stuff. He's his own trainer. He knows when he can play and shouldn't play.
Twins break out on top in the first against Maholm.
Nothing Twins as we start the top of the second inning with a very special guest tonight at the Metrodome. Actor James Denton is here. He plays Mike Delfino on the show Desperate Housewives, wearing the Twins jersey tonight. I know, Jamie, your wife is from Shakopee, but you are a Twins fan. How and when did the conversion begin for you?
You know, I have to be honest, it was when I got together with Erin because she grew up here. I grew up in Nashville, so we didn't have a team. So when I married into the Twins, sort of, so about 10 or so years ago, but they're a pretty easy team to pull for.
You're living the high life in L.A. How often do you actually get to catch up with the team, maybe see a game here and there?
Not that often. You know, we try to get here at least once a year, and the Twins folks are nice enough to have us in and do a first pitch and stuff. So we at least once a year, but we'd like to get up more.
You try to catch Fox Sports North in L.A., don't lie.
Oh, absolutely, on the package, sure. You know, I told you I saw you before.
And we know Dick and Bert love their housewives. They just want to know that Mike and Susan are going to be together just someday, just down the road.
I hope so, but I have to say, I have to give Bert some props. Bert Blyleven, great tipper. Great tipper.
Because you met him when?
I waited tables at Harry Carey's restaurant when I was a starving artist in Chicago, and he came in and ate one day and was very nice to me. So thanks, Bert.
You're welcome.
Wow.
Bert, it all comes back to you at some point.
It sure does.
Hey, Marty, tell him to tell Terry Hatcher that Dick says hi, okay?
And Dick would like you to tell Terry Hatcher hello for him. I'm sure she's been waiting for that message.
Yeah,
We've just kind of
said to say hello to you, so it works out perfectly.
We've just kind of lost track.
You said so.
We've just kind of lost track of each other over the years.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll get the message, Dick.
Okay,
Thanks for passing that along.
Okay. Well, Adam LaRoche, the hitter, 2-2 from Glenn Perkins. Swing and a miss. LaRoche is retired, one down.
And Perkins picks up his first strikeout of the ball game. Now, you want to go a little bit more into that story?
No. That was, I think I probably got into it far enough, don't you? One down. Here's Craig Monroe.
No, I think he can get a little bit deeper into that hole.
And of course, he lashes one to right center field. Kadire cuts it off, and Monroe jumps on the first pitch and gets a single with one out here in the second. Tonight's game on Fox Sports North is also being presented in high definition. For a complete listing of HD cable providers, go to foxsports.com, keyword North. So Monroe aboard, and of course he had he hit the ball as a Twin as hard as he has against the Twins, they put a statue of him outside of Target Field.
Yeah, you know what? Give Monroe some credit. I mean, he was not healthy as a Twin. He ended up playing in 58 ball games, hit only 202, but he did hit 8 home runs with 29 RBIs in the 58 games.
Here's Delwyn Young, another new player for the Pirates, and he takes a strike.
Yeah, Young coming over from the Dodger organization in the middle of April. Started the season in the Dodger organization on the 15-day disabled list with right elbow soreness. So he can relate to what Perkins went through with the left elbow. Wow.
Hit hard to center field, and Perkins gives up a couple of ringing base hits. Monroe will hold at second.
Well, just a change up right there. And Perkins needs to get the ball down a little bit. He left the fastball up to Monroe, and then Young on this off-speed pitch takes it right back up the middle.
So one down, 2 men aboard, and Perkins retired Adam LaRoche to start the inning. Now he'll try to get Andy LaRoche.
Andy LaRoche, the younger brother of Adam LaRoche, and if you know the LaRoche family, former Twin, father of these young men right here, Dave LaRoche, pitched for the Twins back in 1972, a teammate of mine.
Fouled back, 2 strikes.
There was Dave LaRoche and Wayne Granger that were kind of the 1-2 punch in the bullpen. LaRoche had 10 saves that year for the Twins back in '72.
Two strikes. Perkins to Andy LaRoche. Ooh, just missed. That's the pitch we've seen Perkins get or have great command with 2 strikes to right-handed batters.
Yeah, he had that command in his first 3 starts of the year, and then his 4th start is when the elbow started flaring up. Talking to Perkins about that, he tried to fight through it, but it just got worse and worse every time he went out.
And I would imagine that's one of the great challenges for any pitcher, particularly a younger pitcher like Glenn Perkins, to make the determination whether what you're experiencing is normal and you can pitch through it, or whether there's something structurally wrong and you need to back off a little bit.
Yeah, and that's what he went through.
Missing again with a fastball, 2-2.
And what you want to watch out now, which I did when I hurt my elbow, is you end up putting a little more pressure on that shoulder, and then you end up hurting your shoulder because you're protecting the elbow area.
2-2. Perkins trying to protect a 1-0 lead. And another foul.
Yeah, before we get deeper into the ball game, Dick, I want to wish our best luck. Our prayers are with you and your family. Kent Garsma. Garsma is going through surgery tomorrow morning, and we wish him nothing but the best. Kent, good luck. I had a chance to talk to him today.
Absolutely. We wish our best wishes. 2-2. Missing again on the inside corner, and we'll see what the Pirates do, if anything, with Monroe and Young on the bases.
Well, Perkins on the year coming into this start, 47 innings pitched, only 12 strikeouts with 12 walks with 26 strikeouts.
Runners stay put in the pitch line, foul.
They went with a fastball inside, and LaRoche just opened up and turned on him.
Just looking at LaRoche's swings here and his ability to make contact against Perkins, you wouldn't expect a strikeout here. It just looks like LaRoche is able to make contact. So we'll see what happens here on this 3-2 pitch.
Yeah, LaRoche, 25 years old, signed by the Dodgers. He came over to the Pirates in the 3-team trade that brought Manny Ramirez over to the Dodgers and Jason Bay over to the Boston Red Sox.
And he struck him out with a changeup.
Good pitch right there, down and away. So Perkins picks up a big strikeout. So he got both LaRoches here in the second inning. See the little bit of movement right here. Great location, and LaRoche, Andy LaRoche, way out front. So they have something to talk about on the bench together. It's kind of cool.
2 on, 2 out, and here's Jason Jaramillo. Well, Perkins kept throwing the fastball and the slider, and LaRoche kept getting a piece of it. He ended up striking him out on the changeup. Here's Jaramillo, and he takes ball 1. And Ryan Domit, the very good Pirate catcher, is out with a right wrist injury. So Jaramillo getting a chance to do some catching for the Pirates.
Yeah, Jaramillo, a switch hitter, hitting .235 as a right-handed hitter, .298 as a left-hander.
First hop skips to Harris, and Perkins gives up a couple of hits, but leaves 2 aboard. It's still 1-0.
As far as the hitter's perspective, Paul McComb, who's the Pittsburgh starting pitcher, has a 133 average against left-handers, guys. And to me, you know, that is unbelievably good. The one big question, you guys have mentioned this already, how is he going to do against our left-handers? Joe Mauer with a line drive up the middle. He's a control pitcher. I talked to John Russell, a control pitcher, and a guy that can move in and out with his fastball. Our guys do such a good job left-handed of hitting the ball back through the middle and the other way. This will be an interesting environment for our lefties to see a guy who's had this much success. We'll see what happens tonight.
You know, Mauer got the single. Thank you very much, Ron Coomer. But Maholm kind of ate up Morneau and got a double play grounder and broke his bat. Kubel has struggled all year long against lefties and now falls behind 1-2.
Well, one thing that Maholm has to do, and again, I mentioned he's a crafty lefty, is get strike one. And he's faced 5 batters, been able to get strike one on all 5 batters so far. That's always the key to a guy that's not overpowering.
That pitch, the same pitch that nearly struck out Joe Mauer, it nearly struck out Jason Kubel, 2-2. And now a full count. Because we're playing by American League rules, Kubel is the designated hitter, so there were some other options for Ron Gardenhire. He could have put some other players, right-handed hitters or switch hitters, in the DH spot. Played a hunch perhaps, and Kubel lines it sharply into right.
Yeah, why would you, the way that Kubel is swinging a bat? You make a mistake right there, and Kubel jumped all over it. 11 home runs, 6 so far here in the month of June for Jason Kubel. Ball staying about thigh high, and Kubel lining it into right field. Twins get their 3rd hit of the ball game. Ron Coomer, any idea what the lefties will look for against the starter for the Pirates?
Well, I think early in the count they'll probably, try to look away, because usually with a crafty lefty or a guy that doesn't throw real hard, he's going to show you in, but then he'll really work away is going to be the majority of the pitches you're going to see. Right there, fastball in the middle of the plate, and with our left-handers, you throw the ball in the middle, they're going to crunch it like that one from Cuddyer.
Get out of here.
Off the edge of the extended wall, a double for Cuddyer. Kubel coming home, and he is out at the plate, and Cuddyer goes to 3rd. Jaramillo put his spike over the edge of the plate, and Kubel is gunned down on a good relay by the Pirates.
Wow, what a great relay. I mentioned both these ball clubs very good defensively, very sound right here. Cuddyer came in with a foot maybe of being a 2-run home run. Instead, it hits the tarp out there, and the relay throw, even though it's a double clutch, Sanchez, a perfect throw to home to get Kubel.
And Jaramillo with a good block. Now Cuddyer at 3rd with 1 out, and here's Delmon Young, infield halfway in, and Young shoots it foul the other way.
Well, credit Cuddyer with a double.
Well, it's amazing in a lot of ways that Cuddyer's even in the lineup. With the cortisone shot he took on Sunday, in his first swing, he nearly hit one out to deep right center field, and now high 1-1. Cuddyer, a candidate perhaps to go on the disabled list, but the cortisone shot into the affected finger did such a good job. He said it feels better now than it has all year long. And for fans who are concerned, it's a completely unrelated injury to the dislocated fingertip that Cuddyer had last year. Michael wants everybody to understand that this is not a reoccurrence of his injured finger from a year ago.
Well, and anybody who's had a cortisone shot, you know that if they hit the spot, it's going to heal. Sometimes you get cortisone shots, like I got a lot of them in my shoulder, they never hit the right spot. But boy, when they hit the spot, oh boy.
Well, he told me what the procedure was like and the length of the needle. I hope I never have to have a cortisone shot.
It doesn't hurt.
Really?
Just comes out the other side.
Sharply hit up the middle, and Cuddyer comes in. It's 2-0 Twins. And boy, the first 7 at bats have resulted in some pretty well hit balls off of Paul Maholm.
Delmon Young continuing to swing a hot bat over the last couple, 3-4 days on the road. Starting to find that swing. He picks up his 19th RBI of the year, taking that pitch right back up the middle. Cuddyer makes it a 2-0 Twins lead on the RBI single by Delmon Young.
Carlos Gomez, the hitter. Showing bunt, taking a strike. Gomez finally clicked on his first home run of the year Sunday in Chicago. Actually had one of those Carlos Gomez games, and there are players like Gomez who seemingly are in the middle of every big play in the game. Gomez homered, had maybe his best day at the plate in terms of hitting the ball hard, having an impact offensively. Had a ball hit off the ivy that he nearly caught. That kicks away from the catcher, and Young will move into scoring position. A wild pitch, allowing Young to go to second.
Mulholland throwing his 5th wild pitch of the year. That leads the Pirates in that department. The breaking ball right here. You see Gomez helping Young to get to second base.
And we'll see what Gomez can do to bring him around. Pushes a bunt, foul. So 1-2. Don't know that the manager would have done that if he were in the batter's box.
Well, Gardy doesn't have Gomez's speed. Got a bad groin or hamstring.
Hamstring. 1-2 to the Twin center fielder. Pop up to right. Sanchez out, and he makes the catch. Gomez retired. Out number 2. Twins fans, you can ride your bike to the June 21st Twins game, and you'll receive a coupon for $5 off a ticket for that day's game. You can save money, help the environment, and watch great Twins baseball. For more information, visit twinsbaseball.com. Another guy who had a good series at Wrigley Field, his first series since coming off the disabled list, Nick Punto.
Yeah, 5 for 10 in that 3-game series against the Cubs.
And a first pitch fastball, strike 1. Punto has the average over the 200 mark, hoping to continue to pull it northward. One and one. The Pirates going with Paul Mulholland on regular rest. In order, this would have been a start that Charlie Morton would have made. But he's had a little bit of a hamstring injury, so they pushed him back a couple days. Chopper to short. And Wilson slings it over to Adam LaRoche. The Twins are done. 3 hits in the inning, another run. It's 2-0. GoToMinnesota.com and plan your next Minnesota vacation today. You're looking at Lake Minnetonka, the western corridor of the Twin Cities, down in the southwest part of the Twin Cities. 14,000 acres on the lake, and good fishing too. Walleye, northern pike, some of the best largemouth bass fishing to be found in the state, and a lake that will once again host Kent Herbeck's bass fishing tournament to benefit ALS on next Monday.
Now, are you doing it?
I was going to, but my family and I are going to be on our way to Milwaukee, so I'm not going to be able to fish in it.
Well, I was just wondering. I saw that yacht right there, and I'm wondering if you're going to go off of that boat.
Well, that's actually my boat. That's one of the. It's in for servicing right now.
I was thinking that it was Marty Davis's boat with Cambridge.
Oh, is that right?
He invited me out on it once, and I said no, I can't swim.
1 and 2. I tell you, one guy who'll remember last year's Kent Herbeck tournament is Brian Busher, who'd done a lot of bass fishing down south and everything. So he fished in the tournament, 2 and 2 to Wilson, and he hooked and landed a huge muskie out of Lake Minnetonka. And of course, Brian had his picture taken with it. He released it. He said, when it first came out of the water, he thought it was an alligator. That's a fair ball past Creedy into the left field corner. Good at bat for Jack Wilson, and he'll go into second base with a leadoff double.
Now Wilson, a veteran of the Pittsburgh Pirates, in his 9th season with the Pirates, a career .270 hitter. More of a line drive hitter, and that's exactly what he does right here, hooking that ball right down the left field line past Joe Creedy into the corner.
So the leadoff man at second, and here's Andrew McCutchen. And a first pitch strike to McCutchen. The Pirates say they were simply trying to make room for Andrew McCutchen.
Yeah, Nate McLeod going to the Atlanta Braves, and McCutchen getting an opportunity to come up and show what he's all about, and he's off to a very good start. Boy, you hate losing a guy like McLeod.
Gold Glove winner into the right field corner and foul. And for the Pirate fans, of course, they're waiting for the bleeding to stop. Jason Bay traded last year. Xavier Nady gone, and so the Pirate fans are saying, look, what good does it do to bring these guys up, and then really before free agency you trade them away? And
sounds a lot like the Oakland A's, doesn't it?
Well, with all the pitching that Oakland's had, sure.
Right.
So 1 and 2 at some point. The Pirates hope that they will be able to do that. Now they have said that, hey, if they contend this year, that's great. If they contend next year, that's great. But they're, in essence, targeting a couple years from now where they hope the McCutchens of the world will evolve into really good players. Here's a high fastball and perhaps a big strikeout for Perkins. He gets the first out, and for the time being,
on his second strikeout, or excuse me, his third strikeout of the ball game.
Wilson still at second base. Wednesday nights are all about the hot dogs again this year. You can come out tomorrow for Hormel Dollar a Dog Night presented by Country Hearth. Hormel dogs for $1 a piece while supplies last. Limit 2 per customer. And you can get your tickets for the Twins and Pirates by calling 800-33-TWINS or visiting twinsbaseball.com. 1-0 to Niger Morgan, who hit a ground ball to Harris his first time up. That's hit well to right field, and Niger Morgan has tied the game.
Off for Morgan, his first home run of the year. He got a fastball in and ties the game.
Just his second major league home run.
See the fastball right there. Morgan, a little bit of an uppercut swing on that pitch, and he knew he got it all.
So 2-2 with 1 out in the third, and here's Freddie Sanchez. Strike 1. And strike two.
Very unusual for the Pirates to do that. I mean, hit a home run with somebody on base. That's only their 37th home run of the year. Only the San Francisco Giants came in with those type of numbers, 37 home runs as a ball club.
Chopper right side, and Punto as the flip, 2 down. The home run by Nyjer Morgan has raised another $16,000 to support prostate cancer research. You can still make a donation. You can call 800-798-CURE or go online to www.prostatecancerfoundation.org. 2 down, and here's Adam LaRoche, who went down on strikes to start the second inning. Foul and out of play.
Ron Coomer, very important for Glenn Perkins.
Definitely is, and so far in the ball game, you know, from watching from the side, Bert, every ball that's been hit hard has been up. Like that pitch has been up, but he's been about belt high. When he came over after the double to Wilson, he came over towards third base, and he was yelling at himself, "Get the ball down." You know, as a hitter, you understand how tough it is after being on a DL. But to ask you, you've been on a DL for 15 days. How tough is it to come back? And, you know, obviously he's pumped to try to get that ball down. You know, this ball right here is belt high right in the middle of the plate.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is your adrenaline is flowing so much because you're so excited to get back that sometimes you forget what, you know, got you to the big leagues, and that's staying back and keeping the ball down in the strike zone. So Perkins, I think the excitement of being back is nice, but now, you know, as it gets into the ball game, you have to calm down and say, okay, now I do have to find a way to get the ball down. Even that ball right there off the bat of Adam LaRoche, a little bit up, and LaRoche just fought it off into short left field.
Well, whether it's a factor or not, he also has the factor of a couple of extra days since he last pitched. His last rehab start was 7 days ago, so it's not like he's on a consistent pattern. And the big swing and a miss by Monroe.
Well, that's a good pitch right there, down and away. Now you want to try to repeat it, and that's what Perkins, I'm sure, saying to himself right there. 54 pitches, 14 in the first, 20 in the second, 20 so far here in the third with 2 outs.
Missing inside, 1-1. Last year with the Twins, Monroe hit just .202. He did hit 8 home runs, 29 runs batted in. Released by the Twins on August 8th of last year. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Monroe had a game in spring training against the Twins when he hit 3 home runs. And it was like, well, so what else is new? Surprised he didn't do it during the regular season.
He's always had very good numbers against the Twins organization, even when he was with the Tigers. Originally came up with the Rangers, didn't play much for the Rangers, went to Detroit, spent some time with the Cubs, and then signed with the Twins in 2008. Went to spring training with the Pirates on a minor league contract, made the ball club.
Off the knuckles, and Morneau coming over for a look, and he's got it. End of the inning, but the Pirates tie it up. Leadoff double by Wilson and a home run by Nyjer Morgan. It's 2 apiece. And now Brendan Harris will lead off the third. Harris takes up an away ball one. Harris singled up the middle and scored the first run of the game on Morneau's double play grounder. Missing inside, 2-0. Cardinals have put up a 4 spot on the Tigers and Justin Verlander. And we need Detroit 4-0. 3-0, and Maholm just looks like he's not having a real good night so far.
Well, first batter that he has not been able to get strike one, and now he's fallen behind 3-0.
5 hits first time through the order. And now a strike 3-1. It'll be Harris, Mauer, and Morneau. Denard Span, who had been the leadoff hitter for the Twins. There's some clarity as Harris draws a walk. We'll talk more about Span's situation with Ron Gardenhire, saying that Denard Span has been diagnosed now with an inner ear infection, a virus that was attacking whatever nerve controls the balance in your brain. These are my terms, not his. Gardy had much more educated terms than this, but the hope is that medication will take care of it. It's not a thyroid issue. It's nothing more than an inner ear infection, and sooner or later Denard Span should be ready to rejoin the lineup.
Well, let's hope so soon. More of an equilibrium type of problem that he has. And my wife Gail has had vertigo before, and that's something that, you know, people that have had that, boy, it's not very fun to have. So hopefully Denard will get healthy soon.
Mauer single to center. And a strike. He's a really good player, and his name escapes me right now. His career was finished with the Red Sox because of that equilibrium about 15 years ago. I shouldn't have brought it up because I can't remember his name. But we're thankful it doesn't look like that's going to be the case with Denard Span. Up the middle, another hit for Mauer. He got 3 hits in Chicago on Sunday right up the middle, and 2 quick ones here in the third. So another threat for the Twins, first and second, nobody out.
And both hits right back up the middle.
Chrysler Key stat, a milestone of sorts for the Twins manager.
That's 1200th game for Ron Gardenhire to manage at the major league level, and all of them with the Minnesota Twins. Of course, Bobby Cox, Tony La Russa, Mike Scioscia.
Here's Morneau, came up with 2 men on, nobody out in the first. Mahala made up his bat, got a double play grounder, a run scored, but of course no run batted in for Morneau. Base hit center field. Harris around third. He's going to score. So Morneau drives in a run, and the Twins get back in front 3-2.
Well, that was almost the same pitch that Justin hit into the double play, the slider, but this time Maholm left it up, and Justin did not miss it. Yeah, a little bit off the end of the bat, but he hit it in the right spot. See the breaking ball stay up. Justin took it right back up the middle. And for Justin, his 55th run driven in. And the Twins take a 3-2 lead. Jason Bay leading the American League with 61 RBIs.
I think the guy I was trying to think of was Nick Esaski. Remember him?
Yes.
With the Red Sox, and he got to the point where he needed help getting off the team plane. His equilibrium was so wobbly. Here's Creedy, and he fouls the first pitch back. Creedy went down swinging his first time up, and Harris, in addition to everything else now, his on-base percentage is coming up. His runs scored are coming up.
Well, those leadoff walks always seem to come around and score, especially when you have Joe Mauer and Justin Morneau hitting behind you. So Maholm with only one walk in the ball game, and it's paid the price this inning by walking Harris to lead off the bottom of the third.
He's faced 12 men, and he's retired 4 batters. He got a double play grounder off of Morneau, and one of the outs in the second inning recorded on a throw out at the plate. And Creedy lines a base hit to left. Mauer had to hold up, and so they're loaded up, and Maholm can't seem to get anybody out. A walk and 3 singles to start the third inning. Baseball's biggest stars go head-to-head for one spectacular night in the summer's biggest event, as Fox brings you every thrilling moment of the 2009 Major League Baseball All-Star Game. It is Tuesday, July 14th from St. Louis at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 o'clock Central, only on Fox. And the leaders in the American League, Josh Hamilton won't be playing. Former Pirate Jason Bay leading in left field. Joe Mauer behind the plate. And Twins fans need to get to work and see if Justin Morneau can pass Kevin Euclid.
Yeah, and Mark Teixeira right now just in third. So get out there and vote for that man right there on your right of your screen, Justin Morneau.
5 times Jason Kubel has cleared the bases with a grand slam. And he takes ball 1 here from Paul Maholm. Kubel singled sharply to right on a 3-2 pitch off Maholm to start the second inning. And he takes another breaking ball just off the plate. 2-0.
Well, Maholm has been very stingy as far as giving up the long ball. He's allowed only 4 home runs on the season.
2-0. Target inside. And Maholm missed the target, and Kubel missed the pitch. 2-1. Breaking ball misses, and it's 3-1.
A pretty good pitch right there.
Wow.
Marvin Hudson behind the plate. Maholm has to take a little walk on that pitch.
Wow, that changed the whole at bat.
Yes, it did. Sometimes one pitch. Of course, now it's 3-1 rather than 2-2.
Like it cut the plate in half at the knees. Kubel grounds it right side, picked off by Sanchez, out at second. Another double play. Another Twins run scores, and it's 4-2.
Well, nice turn again by the middle part of the infield for the Pirates. Sanchez, even though he double clutched, he threw a nice little rocket over to Wilson at short. And then it's up to the shortstop to complete the double play, where Jack Wilson able to do that.
Yeah, I think we've only seen Sanchez throw the ball twice, and he's double clutched on both of them.
Yeah. Well, you want to make sure you get a good grip on the ball, and even though he did double clutch, he put something extra on that ball right to Wilson to complete the double play.
Here's Cuddyer, who on his first swing back in the lineup drilled one to deep right center. It stayed in the ballpark by about a foot. And then Sanchez double clutched his throw to the plate, but still got Jason Kubel. 2-0. Again for Cuddyer, a little clarity. Some reports had his finger being drained. There was nothing taken out of the finger, the index finger. Instead, cortisone was injected in, and it really seemed to do the trick. The swelling way down. And Cuddyer says the finger feels fine. 3-0 with Delmon Young on deck. Well, now Maholm has faced 14 batters and retired just 5 of them. 2 double plays, the throw out at home, the strikeout of Creedy, and a couple of infield outs. On the inside corner, and Cuddyer's got to retrieve his bat. Marvin Hudson said that was a strike.
They're all strikes, Dick.
And Cuddyer takes strike 2. activity in the Tiger bullpen. Excuse me, the Pirate bullpen. Jeff Karsten. And Cuddyer fouls it off a leg. Pirates just 4.5 games out. Technically, they're out of last place by a percentage point over Houston. But the Pirates 4.5 games back, and for John Russell, that's the closest the Pirates have been to first place this late in the season since the end of a '97 season. So, yeah, they're just a percentage point out of last place. But as it is in the American League Central, if you can hang around 500, it looks like you're going to hang in the race.
And that's what you want to do as a ball club, and then, you know, kind of get everybody healthy and then hopefully take off from there. That's what the Twins hope.
And Cuddyer strikes out to end the inning, and the Twins get a good inning. This inning starts with 4 batters reaching, and they score 2 more.
On a big announcement from St. Paul this afternoon, the Minnesota Wild introduced a new head coach. It's Minnesota native Todd Richards. He's the second head coach in team history. He was born in Crystal, went to Armstrong High School, and played for the Golden Gophers from '85 to '89. Richards spent last season as an assistant with the San Jose Sharks. Now Todd Richards is the head coach of the Minnesota Wild. Dickenberg, big changes this offseason for the Wild.
A lot of shuffling in the Wild organization. Swing and a foul, and congratulations to Todd Richards.
Yes.
His days when I was covering Gopher hockey, when he was a defenseman for the Gophers. 2 quick strikes, and now a pitch up to the leadoff hitter here in the 4th, Delwyn Young. Almost said Delman Young. Fouled away. Young with a single in the 2nd. He'll be followed by Andy LaRoche and Jason Jaramillo. Two and two. So Perkins has been handed his second 2-run lead here in the 4th.
No walks for Perkins, 3 strikeouts along the way. 62 pitches, 43 have been strikes.
Up again, 3 and 2. Called 3rd strike, and Delwyn Young is out on a strikeout. Doesn't believe it. Looks back at home plate umpire Marvin Hudson.
Well, kind of had a smile right there for Hudson. I think he was looking away right here, and Perkins on the inner half of the plate gets his 4th strikeout.
So 1 down, and that'll bring up Andy LaRoche. high fly to deep left field. Delmon Young back at the fence, leaps and makes the catch right at the fence. Delmon Young played that ball perfectly, 2 away.
That ball had a lot of hang time right there. That allowed Delmon to go back and feel the warning track where he's at. You see him going back. Now he kind of leaps right there, right against the fence. And able to bring that ball back. I don't know if that would have been a home run or not, but good catch right there by Delmon Young.
Here's Jaramillo. Perkins had a 1-2-3 first and then wobbled a bit in the second and third. He'd love to come back with a quick fourth. Strike one. The White Sox Cub game tonight has been rained out. This one lifted to right. And Cuddyer makes the catch, and Perkins has that 1, 2, 3, 4th inning he was looking for. Grand Casino Mille Lacs and Grand Casino Hinckley. Expect grand. And by Chrysler. From power and efficiency to innovation and style, it's the way our vehicles come together that sets us apart. Chrysler. First pitch to Delmon Young. A foul, 1 strike. Glenn Perkins pitches a 1, 2, 3, 4th. Delmon Young with an RBI single in the second. And now 1-1. Pounded foul, 1-2. Mentioned earlier the Cardinals have a 4-0 lead on the Tigers. Wasn't because of anything Albert Pujols did. Justin Verlander intentionally walking twice. Swing and a miss. Young has gone on strikes for the first out of the 4.
And Mulholland picking up his 3rd strikeout of the ball game. Got Michael Cuddyer to end the 3rd.
And one gone. Here's Carlos Gomez. Off-speed pitch over for strike 1. Twins hoping to get back to the 500 mark, of course. They start the day 3 games behind the Tigers. The Twins have kind of been bobbing to the surface at 500 a bunch of times and haven't been able to get over the top to stay. That's the objective here in this homestand.
That ball hit Gomez in the back right toe area. Surprised he didn't take off for first.
One and one. And now the other foot will hurt. Well, if both feet hurt, you can't limp, right? There's no point in limping because you can't favor one over the other.
No.
One and two to the Twin center fielder. Into center and down for a hit. Another base hit allowed by Mulholland. And Gomez in taking that huge turn at first. Aflac trivia question.
Aflac. We're going to nail this one. Where is he? There Aflac. He is.
Prior to Freddie Sanchez, who was the last second baseman to win a batting title, either league. Now it doesn't say National League, so either league. Inside to Nick Punto.
Geez, do you go back as far as Rod Carew? We're told you do not go back as far as Rod Carew.
Well, Dustin Pedroia's won everything but a batting title, so it's not him, right?
Yeah, watch it now. Steve S. is listening. We could throw some names out there, but can't give it away.
Where did Julio Franco play when he won a batting title? 1-0 to Punto. Down the middle of strike.
I think Julio's mainly a shortstop, though. Did he play at some second base?
Yeah, I don't know that was his primary position. Alomar never won one, I don't believe. And could it be? It is the third double play that Mulholland has induced. The Twins get a hit that sends just 3 men to the plate in the fourth.
Circle with $100 worth of scratch-off lottery tickets to Jerry, who is getting married next month. And they have a bachelorette party going on here tonight with 24 women celebrating here for Jerry.
Yes.
There's all kinds of chaos going on here.
There sure is. We got it going on here. If everybody wants to know what's going on, just come hang with us tonight.
A Tuesday night at the Metrodome, that's how we spend a bachelorette party these days.
Against those Pirates, and we're going to slam them down. They're sinking tonight. They're sinking.
Jerry, thanks so much. Congratulations. Best of luck on your upcoming marriage.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Dick and Burke.
Well, it sounds like they're having fun, and
Yes.
Delman Young is being kept pretty busy on the left field warning
Yeah,
track.
it really is. They're pushing them back all the way to the fence, and right there off the bat of Jack Wilson, he jumped on that first pitch from Glenn Perkins, and he drove it a long way. But here's Delman again, almost right against the fence, makes the first out catch.
One down in the fifth, and here's Andrew McCutchen. Strike one. McCutchen with a bouncer to third. Actually, Joe Greedy made a great play diving to his left to keep him off the bases in the first inning. And then McCutchen swung through a high fastball in the third.
Now you want to take the bunt away, and that's what Joe Creedy's doing at third base. See where he's playing. And Justin Morneau about even with the bag at first.
2-1.
McCutchen only 22 years old, the Pirates' #1 pick back in 2005 out of Fort Meade, Florida.
3-1. He is the last guy Glenn Perkins wants to walk. This one fair down the line. This young man can fly. He's got at least two here. And he'll hold up at second with a one-out double.
Well, there was not a lot of room between Joe Creedy and that third base bag. But McCutchen just hammers this ball. And Creedy, you see the ball left up. See how much room's between he and the bag. And Creedy, that ball goes right over the bag. Randy Marsh, the third base umpire, saying it's a fair ball. So McCutchen has his second double of the year.
And now Niger Morgan, who backed up Wilson's third inning double with his second major league home run, and then flipped the bat away like he'd done it 100 times before.
Probably in batting practice.
1-0. Good pitch count for Perkins. This will be his 75th of the evening. And just off the outside corner, 2-0. And Perkins now in the fifth after a 1-2-3-4 is falling behind some hitters. This is their third look at him through the batting order.
Yeah, Perkins making his fourth career interleague start coming into this game. He's 2-0 with a 4.226 ERA in those three previous starts.
3-0. Freddie Sanchez on deck. And a 4-pitch walk fills first base. First and second, one down, and Mauer to the mound again.
First walk of the ball game for Glenn Perkins.
Sanchez coming to the plate. Some power. The power reflected more in doubles than home runs. The Firestone leaderboard. Miguel Tejada, who will come in here this weekend with the Astros, leading the National League, and Sanchez right behind him.
Yeah, Rick Anderson out to the mound to talk to Perkins. Our quick trip to the mound by Rick Anderson, the pitching coach. Perkins has been able to get 6 double plays turned behind him so far this year, and this being his 9th start of the year.
Ron Coomer, earlier you were talking about Glenn Perkins leaving some pitches up with R.A. Dickey warming up. Is that the case again here in the middle innings?
Well, it sure looks like it. And to me, it looks like he's getting a little tired. And it wouldn't surprise me right now at 77 pitches. Bert's favorite topic, pitch count. to me, he's probably on that 80-85 pitch count right now.
Liner to right and a base hit. McCutchen will be held at third. So they're loaded up now. The throw from Kadire way off line. And Sanchez reaches. And now the Pirates have the bases loaded. The Twins have had a lot of opportunities to score more than 4 runs, but they've hit into 3 double plays, and now that's what Perkins is hoping for here in the 5th.
I'm sure that pitching coach Rick Anderson said, hey, let's get a double play right here, get the ball down in the strike zone. And that first pitch, Sanchez got a fastball up and just went with it.
Adam LaRoche struck out in the 2nd, singled in the 3rd. Grounder to 2nd. Punto to Harris. Double play. Just what the doctor or the pitching coach ordered. Game homestand. Marty Gelder, Ron Coomer, Bert Blatov, and Dick Bramer all here bringing you Twins baseball with the Twins in front 4-2. Brendan Harris has reached twice and scored twice. A single in the 1st, a walk in the 3rd. And Mulholland drops an off-speed pitch over for a strike.
A big double play turned by the Twins right there. Their first double play, but Mulholland, he's had 3 double plays turned behind him in the first 4 innings. Both these pitchers doing a great job at getting strike one. Perkins has faced 22 batters. 19 of the 22 he's been able to get strike one. And Mulholland has faced 19 batters, 15 first pitch strikes.
Harris taps it foul. Twins scored a run in the 1st. Harris scored it. Run in the 2nd. 2 in the 3rd. Harris scored one of those. Fouled back just beneath us. Look in from left field. And Harris goes fishing. 1 strike for 1 out.
Mulholland picks up his 4th strikeout. Ron Coomer talked before about how do you approach Mulholland if you're a left-handed hitter. And Ron Coomer, they've done exactly that, taking that ball right back up the middle.
Well, they have, Bert, and what they've done, Joe has gotten a couple fastballs in the middle and shot balls back through the middle. One right through the 5-hole there, as you saw. And Justin hit the slider. He hit that same pitch, as Dick said, for a double play, then went back through the middle. To me, they've been sitting on breaking ball here after a while, early in the count, and then when he gets behind, obviously he's coming with a fastball, and that's what Coombs was doing last at bat.
Well, for Mauer, the average up to 422 thanks to a pair of singles here against Maholm. He has a chance at the rate he's going. Now, the numbers, I mean, the batting average almost certainly is going to come down. But the numbers he can produce if he comes close to his current pace, he's going to score and drive in more than 100 runs. 3 for 3, and they've all been line drives, hard hit grounders up the middle. When you miss the first month of the season and might still score and drive in 100 runs, that's incredible.
That is incredible. Again, the swings of Joe Mauer. I mean, it's such a beautiful thing to see. The level swing, the balance he creates at home plate, taking that ball right back up the middle again. Twins get their 10th hit of the ball game. For Mauer, his 3rd straight single.
Here's Morneau, an RBI single, and a big swing at a high fastball.
Guys, the incredible thing about Joe's swing, too, is when you watch from the side view, and we've talked about this many times, Bert and Dick in our instructional, how little movement he has with his head. So his head stays so still that the recognition of the pitch is just incredible for him.
Now to short center. McCutchen comes in, makes the catch, and Mauer gets back to the bag. So a soft line drive into center field. McCutchen, with his speed, is able to make the catch.
Yeah, I mean, he just he kicked it into another gear right there. The ball, even though it's off the end of the bat, got a great jump on that.
So that'll bring up Creedy, who singled in the 3rd. Twins with 10 hits. They've taken 1 walk. And this a rare inning in that there cannot be a double play.
Maholm, a 2-run home run,
yeah,
though.
Sure could. 1-0 to Creedy. A high fly right center field. Delwyn Young, McCutchen, and they both kind of look at each other, and the ball drops. Mauer's going to score. Creedy to second. That was trouble from the get-go as the ball reached its apex. McCutchen was looking at Young, who I'm not sure ever saw the ball.
Yeah, I mean, Young right there. I mean, great base running by Joe Mauer, because a lot of times as a runner you'll say, well, that's a fly ball out, I'll just kind of cruise around over to 3rd. But Joe did not stop running. A fly ball here at the Metrodome can always be an adventure, and it is right here for the Pirates. Young never saw it. McCutchen, once you take your eye off the ball, it's trouble. And Creedy credited with a double and RBI, his 28th of the year, and the Twins take a 5-2 lead.
Jason Kubel with a single and then a ground ball double play. Big swing and a miss at the fastball. Kubel will settle into DH duty primarily, perhaps exclusively in this homestand, with the DH available to Ron Gardenhire. Here's a little pop up to left, and Nyjer Morgan will come in and try to spot it. And he makes the play to end the inning. Twins catch a Metrodome break. Lost ball in the ceiling and another run in the 5th. 7 for 1 year with the Twins, but what a year it was. Jack Morris doing the honors here tonight as the Twins continue to count down the games left for indoor baseball.
I think Jack was always 47 with the Tigers, with every place he pitched. The Blue Jays, Cleveland.
Glenn Perkins, his first year with the Twins, I think was number 60. And then he got number 15. One and 0 to Craig Monroe. Looked it up the other day. Number 15, not a common number for a pitcher, but early on it certainly was for the Twins. Jack Kralik wore number 15 in the first 3 years of the Twins. Bill Daly, 1963 to 64. Al Worthington, 64 through 68.
Tim Laudner was 15.
Right.
He thought he was a pitcher.
He thought he was a pitcher?
Yeah.
Sharply hit, but right at the shortstop Harris. One down. Grand Casino game reset with the Twins leading by 3.
Well, the Twins scored early, and they had scored often. 1 in the bottom of the first, 1 in the bottom of the second, 2 in the fourth to make it a 4-2 lead. And then we saw the Twins get a roof double by Joe Crede to make it a 5-2 lead. Perkins trying to get through his 6th inning of work.
Pop up short center, long run for Gomez. He got there. A couple of quick outs here in the 6th, 2 down. And you can ask us a question online at carsoup.com/baseball. And tonight our question comes from Aaron Hyenga from Little Rock, Iowa, who was the last Twin to hit an inside the park home run. And it was that guy, Joe Mauer, July 21st, 2007 against the Angels. Saw Gary Matthews Jr. out there in center field for the Angels. The current Angels center fielder on the shelf right now.
Yeah.
Torrey Hunter crashing into the fence. He hopes to play this weekend. Bruised ribs.
Running into a wall, typical Torrey Hunter type of injury.
Little Rock, Iowa, by the way, in the far northwestern part of the state of Iowa, down in the Worthington, Minnesota area, just down the road from Ocheyedan, Iowa. One and 1 to Andy LaRoche. Harris gets another try. And Perkins has another 1-2-3 innings. 6 innings complete. 3 1-2-3 innings, and the Twins have a 3-run lead.
Here to tag out Jason Kubel. That coming in the 2nd inning.
And Michael Cuddyer at the plate to lead off the 6th. The Frostbrewed Coors Light Freeze Can. Cuddyer with the near home run, the double and the run scored in the 2nd. Then he went down swinging in the 3rd. 2-0. Dave Krumer, the trainer, looking at Perkins' left hand as if there might be a blister or a hot spot in that middle finger. 3-0 to Cuddyer.
I used to get those all the time.
That doesn't
blood
surprise
blisters.
me. Yeah. I mean, some pitchers have a chronic problem to the point where it really affects their durability and their ability to throw their pitches. Cuddyer grounds a single to left, and the leadoff man is on in the 6th. I'm just going to take a shot at Julio Franco because he won a batting title and maybe his range had diminished and he played the other side of the diamond.
I have no idea until it really is shown right here. Then I'll take a guess. I have a guess coming, and I'll say Julio Franco. Yeah, you're right. He did play second base for the Rangers. How old was he then? 58 when he won that title?
Here's Delmon Young, an RBI single and a strikeout. All right. Regarding Delmon Young, and no one's going to confuse him with Wade Boggs or, for that matter, Denard Span. But it's been apparent as his batting average has increased, he has seen more pitches per at bat. So what comes first, the chicken or the egg? The increased hit production or more patience at the plate?
I say the egg, only because you can't have the chicken without the egg.
All right, so now as it relates to this question.
You know what? That's the way Delmon is. He's aggressive. You know, I mean, look at that swing right there. That ball getting away. And Cuddyer moving over to second. Should be the second wild pitch of the ball game. But you know what? You look at Delmon Young. He's always been that way. He came up with a raise that way, and he is here. That breaking ball that he swings. Jaramillo doing a good job at the ball getting away from him. So Mulholland with his second wild pitch.
2 strikes to Young. Bounce foul on a breaking ball. Young pulls it down the line.
Some guys, you know, they have patience at the plate. They'll take a pitch. Joe Mauer's not afraid to hit with 2 strikes. Delmon Young looks for the ball and he's ready to hit. Over the meetings, you would say Delmon Young's a first ball fastball hitter. Joe Mauer, you wouldn't say that. You'd say, you know, hey, you know, make good pitches. And that pitch just missing inside.
1-2.
I'm sure Joe Vavra has talked to Delmon about being a little more selective, but again, you're looking at someone that's very aggressive up at home plate.
Check swing foul. Now again, it's not Wade Boggs like or anything like that, but this is his 3rd plate appearance. We don't know what the outcome of this plate appearance is, and in tonight's game, this will be the 15th pitch that he's seen.
Well, if he can do what he's done in the first 2 years at the major league level, 288 for the Rays, and then last year hit 290 for the Twins, and right there, dropping the barrel of the bat, and gets his second hit of the ball game.
So Young with a pair of hits, and the Twins have another threat here in the 6th. Tickets are sold out for Saturday's Twins autograph party presented by Spire Federal Credit Union, but you can still get some cool autograph merchandise by bidding in the My Memorabilia Bags auction at twinsbaseball.com. Each Twins player has rounded up a bag of items, many of them autographed, put them up for bid, and all proceeds will benefit the Twins Community Fund. So again, the auction can be found at twinsbaseball.com. Click on the community section.
And the Twins' wives and the players, they really get involved in that.
Pulled foul between Cuddyer and the line.
Some great packages that they put together.
Well, that Mulholland is on the mound at this point. That he has kept this game within reach is largely due to the fact that the Twins in 3 of the first 4 innings grounded into double plays. Already down by 3 runs, the Pirates have brought the infield halfway in here for the Gomez at bat. And Gomez quickly falls behind 0-2.
Mulholland has 4 strikeouts in the ball game to go with 1 walk. He has given up 13 hits in 5+ innings.
And that ball rolls away from Adam LaRoche with Young diving back to the bag.
Yeah, Morgan, the left fielder, really shaded Gomez over toward left center. So a big hole down that left field line. If Gomez can hook maybe a breaking ball, but that basically tells me they're going to go hard at Gomez right here. Another throw over. Young getting back. Young with a couple stolen bases and 4 attempts at first. He just wants to get a comfortable lead here and maybe get a chance to break up a double play if the ball's hit on the ground.
Fouled back. So far tonight, Mulholland has faced 25 batters and retired only 11 of them. In terms of at-bats, the Twins are 13 for 24 against him tonight. This one chipped into right field, and that's trouble. It's a base hit. It bounces sideways. Young's going to try for third, and he reaches with a base hit. Gomez driving in a run, and the 6th inning starts with 3 singles.
They got a fastball up and just flared it into right field. Young in right field has had a tough time, I think, here at the Dome picking up the ball because he kind of hesitated right here. Kind of a slap type, slash type hit. And Young waited back on it, and then the ball squirts away from him. And that allows Delmon Young to go from first to third. Well, Gomez picking up his 10th RBI and his 2nd hit.
14 hits allowed by Mulholland as he leads.
Change for the Pittsburgh Pirates, bringing on right-handed reliever Jeff Karstens. Karstens making his 13th relief appearance, 3 wins, 4 losses. In the bullpen, he has made 10 starts and finds himself now in the bullpen. 5.16 ERA and 61 innings pitched.
First and third, nobody out. Punto at the plate. And a throw to first, maybe to see if Punto be interested in squeezing here. Twins with a 4-run lead, nobody out. Punto bounced into a double play his last time up. And a first pitch strike. Mentioned earlier the Xavier Nady trade the Pirates made to the Yankees, and also Damaso Marte going to the Yankees. Karsten's one of the pitchers coming back Pittsburgh's way. Glenn Perkins having a consultation with Rick Anderson, might be the end of his night.
Well, Carson's 26 years old in his second season with the Pirates. Last year 2-6 in 9 starts with a 4.03 ERA.
Punto drives it to right. Delwin Young is there for the catch. Delvin Young tags and scores, and Punto gets a sacrifice fly.
Now Punto driving in his 14th run, and the Twins put another crooked number on the board. 2 so far here in the bottom of the 6th.
So a runner at first, 1 out, and Brendan Harris to the plate. Harris singled and scored in the first, walked and scored in the third, and then started the 5th with a strikeout. Long hold by Karstens, and he misses, ball 1. Gomez at first. And 1-0 to Harris. Foul back. 1-1. And our Quest high-speed pitch brought to you by Quest high-speed internet.
Well, you see Glenn Perkins right there at 91 miles an hour, the fastest pitch by Quest high-speed pitch. Paul Maholm with a pitch at 89. So I was right when he said a crafty lefty. Lefty just left a lot of balls up. Gomez at first base, 5 stolen bases. He's been caught 4 times.
One and 1 to Harris. You wonder about this now. This is just the 6th inning, 5 runs, of course. Well on this side of the threshold when teams wouldn't run anymore, especially given what happened in Oakland the other night. Twins had a 10-0 lead going to the 9th, and there was a save situation created. But Gomez drawing an awful lot of attention here at first base. And Harris lifts a lazy fly to left. Nyjer Morgan with the catch. And that's out number 2.
Yeah, it's still a 6th inning, too. You know, I mean, that 5-run lead by the Twins, you'd like to add on, and Gomez with 2 outs here might try to take off. But now you have Joe Mauer up, and do you want to take that hole away for Joe Mauer? Let's see if the shortstop plays right behind second base this time.
Going to be pretty close. Teams have done that in the past with Joe. 3 for 3 against the lefty Maholm, and all 3 hits went right up the middle.
Yeah, you do that. You play Wilson more up the middle, and then that leaves that big hole between third and short, and that's where Joe also gets a lot of his hits.
And a good night for Joe to go 3 for 3. Tom Verducci, the outstanding writer for Sports Illustrated, is in town to do a story on Joe Mauer. Of course, a couple of years ago, Joe was a cover boy, and the headline was what, All-American, or no, American Idol, I believe is what it was for Joe. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Foul tip. 1-1. So Joe will be featured again in Sports Illustrated, not necessarily on the cover. But if he keeps hitting .426, that'll happen too later this year. There is a presence in the middle of the Twins lineup that simply has not been there for a long, long time. When you're the Pirates and you're approaching this series, you're staring, I guess we can't even say the middle of the lineup, with Mauer and Morneau hitting second and third. But you've got two hitters that might very well be on anybody's list of the top 10 players in the game right now. Both leagues.
But even those guys need protection.
Yeah.
Creedy with a couple hits tonight. Kubel with one hit. Kadire with a couple. And then it goes down to Young and also Gomez.
Pirates pitch out. Gomez still steals second. Jaramillo's throw sailed on him, and even though the Pirates knew it was coming, they could not stop Gomez from stealing second.
Oh, Gomez getting a pretty good jump right there. Jaramillo, very strong arm. John Russell, the former catcher. You can see Gomez halfway there, and they'll throw a little bit on the second base side, but Gomez sliding in head first. Ends up stealing his sixth base in 10 attempts. He gets in a scoring position with 2 outs.
Now first base open, 2-2 to Mauer with Morneau on deck. And Gomez dives back. Now the Twins have had some great tandems hitting in their lineup in their relatively brief history relative to, say, Pittsburgh. And Mauer flips it foul. You think most recently, of course, Puckett and Herbeck. Killebrew, Oliva, with Carew in front of them for a lot of years. Two and two. Four for Mauer. Gomez will score. Mauer digs for second. An incredible night for Joe Mauer.
Now, second time this season, Joe Mauer has had a 4-hit night. And that wasn't a bad breaking ball right there. With Adam LaRoche playing off the line, Joe hits a ball that's about shin high down that right field line and picks up his 10th double of the year and his 41st RBI. So the stolen base by Gomez helps the Twins put 3 on the board here in the bottom of the 6th and take an 8-2 lead.
Karstens misses badly with his first pitch. Cardinals have opened up a 9-0 lead and apparently have knocked Justin Verlander out early. That game just in the 5th inning. 2-0. So great chance for the Twins to take a game off of Detroit's lead in the American League Central.
And the 3 runs scored so far this inning, or all 3 runs scored, are charged to the starter, Mahalam. So he pitched 5+ innings, gave up 8 earned runs.
way out in front of the hanging changeup. 2-1. The Twins hope that this homestand will end up being a perfect storm, if you will. The Twins have played very well at home. They've played very well in interleague play. You've got a couple of teams that are at the bottom of the National League Central making up the homestand, although just a few games below 500. Outside now, Morneau walks. So you've got a convergence of factors here. All seem to be favoring the Twins, and this homestand looks like it's going to get off to a pretty good start.
Well, the Twins, for some reason, since 2006, are 46-14 in interleague play, and it's almost like a battery. This kind of jump starts this ball club.
Here's Creedy, a couple of hits, a ground ball base hit in the third, and then a lost fly ball that dropped for an RBI double in the fifth. Check swing and a strike.
Lance Barksdale, the first base umpire, said he went. And that slider down and away.
I asked Creedy today, and we're 2.5 months roughly into his first season with the Twins. Overall, how it's gone on this artificial turf. I mean, the back is something that's going to need a break, as it did Sunday from time to time, but he said overall he thinks it's gone very well on this artificial surface. And that was one of the concerns coming into the season. You know, how would the back, operated now in consecutive years, how will it respond to this unnatural playing surface? And at least he said today, so far so good. Another one hit toward the hole. Diving stop by LaRoche, and he throws to first to end the inning. But another good inning for the Twins. They've scored in every inning but one, and now lead by 6.
Base hit that gave the Twins a 2-0 lead. Pirates came back with a home run from Morgan, his first home run of the year. That tied the game at 2 apiece. Justin Morneau and a 2-1 bottom of the third gave the Twins a 4-2 lead, and they've been adding on 1 in the bottom of the 5th and 3 in the bottom of the 6th. So Glenn Perkins' night is done. Now it's up to R.A. Dickey to put some zeros on the board. making his 16th relief appearance. He last worked on Sunday in Seattle on the road trip, so it's been a while for Dickey to be on that mound. Very good ERA for Dickey.
And he'll face Jason Jaramillo. And the first pitch misses, ball one. Fastball sailing wide, 2-0.
Well, Perkins worked the first 6 innings. He threw 87 pitches, 57 for strikes. The key was getting strike one. 21 first pitch strikes in the 25 batters he faced. I'm talking to Bernard Span right there. Oh, good all around numbers for Perkins, looking for his 2nd win of the year.
And a knuckler that floats over the outside corner, and Jaramillo takes strike 2. Now hitting as a left-handed batter. Jaramillo from Racine, Wisconsin. And Dickey strikes him out, 1 away.
Well, that butterfly, you see, you think you're on it, and it just, the bottom drops out of that knuckleball. So Dickey picking up his 26th strikeout in 35 innings pitched for the Twins.
Here's Jack Wilson. If Dickey's addition to the pitching staff so far has been important, it will become even more important as long as the Twins go with 11 pitchers. The Twins, in adding Perkins, here's a pop-up lifted foul and out of play. In adding Perkins today and sending down Jesse Crain, in essence, over the last few days, they've added a position player, Jose Morales, and lost a pitcher. So the Twins now going with 11 pitchers, and that really could underscore the importance of having a durable pitcher like R.A. Dickey. Foul ball down the right field line. With now just 11 pitchers and that extra position player, and you know Ron Gardenhire would love to have that extra bench player available to him next week when we go through Milwaukee and St. Louis and play by National League rules. Dickey may play a very prominent role here throughout this homestand, and he starts his outing here tonight with back-to-back strikeouts.
Well, the National League doesn't see a lot of knuckleballers. I mean, who's the only? I mean, it's Tim Wakefield.
Boy, yeah.
I don't know if the National League has anybody that has a knuckleball like R.A. Dickey or Tim Wakefield.
But as Ron Gardenhire said again today, this guy could go, not that he will, he could go 2-3 innings tonight and come back and do the same thing again tomorrow. I mean, what a godsend for a team that's trying to cut back to 11 pitchers. You'd hope that you'd get at least 6 innings from your starter every night, at least. And here's Dickey, positioned to be a very important pitcher for the Twins for as long as they have 11 pitchers.
Well, his last 5 outings coming into this outing, 4 1/3 innings, 4 innings, 4 innings, 2 and 2 1/3, all out of relief. It's going to have to be quick.
Creedy, and Morneau sprawls to try to scoop up the errant throw. It'll be an infield hit for Andrew McCutchen.
And Creedy knew that right there. He had to play the 2nd hop or the 3rd hop and had to wait back, and he knew he had to get rid of it quickly because of the speed. See Creedy right there. You either charge or do you play back, and once he played back, it was too late. A good throw may have been a lot closer, but Justin trying to keep that foot on the bag and play Ken Hrbek. Ball just out of his reach.
Here's Niger Morgan, who's responsible for the 2 Pirate runs with his 2nd major league home run. Lauer can't catch it cleanly, and it's called a ball. A little bit low, perhaps. Well, you don't see stirrup socks anymore, do you? And Niger Morgan is wearing his stirrups. They may wear them. But I mean, these aren't the painted on kind either. He's actually got the stirrups on.
He has the sanitaries underneath those socks.
If players wear them, most of them have the pant legs pulled down so far you can't see them. I think the last player the Twins had who wore the stirrups was Terry Mulholland.
Well, they wear a lot of the socks that R.A. Dickey has. I mean, he's showing socks right there, but it's all one piece.
Right. A little over 25,000 the paid attendance here tonight. 1-1. 1-2. And an excuse me foul.
Tony Beasley, the third base coach for the Pirates. Gary Hill, the first base coach.
1-2. Runner goes and the pitch bounce foul. Ron Gardenhire talking about John Russell, the Pittsburgh manager. And of course, Russell came out of the Twins system, a longtime minor league manager. And Gardy made a point of mentioning, remember about 10 years ago when the Twins went really young and they brought up a lot of guys from Double-A, Hunter, Pierzynski, guys like that. And that group ended up being the nucleus of a very important part of Twins history that brought this franchise back into prominence. Bouncer to the right side. Gardy made a point, we can talk more about this later, crediting John Russell with having those Double-A players ready for Major League life by the time they got called up. Live bold, live now. Dodge, grab life. And by Aflac, we've got you under our wing.
Well, there's our Mountain Dew fans of the game. Understand that that's Mr. Polad's former nurses here tonight.
Oh, is that right?
A little reunion. You're all here by circle. Yes, you're on TV. Hello.
Pitch is up high. Evan Meek into the ball game now for the Pittsburgh Pirates, pitching to the Twins in the 7th. He'll face Jason Kubel, Michael Cuddyer, and Delmon Young.
Well, Meek making his 18th relief appearance. No record out of the bullpen. 3.48 ERA. Meek has worked 20 and 2/3 innings, 18 walks into 20 and 2/3 innings with 13 strikeouts.
1-1.
An area he'd like to improve on.
2-1. 3-1. 10-1 Cardinals leading Detroit. Milwaukee, after trailing early, is leading Cleveland 7-3. Royals are leading the Diamondbacks 4-0 in the 7th. And we mentioned earlier the White Sox and Cubs were rained out, probably further crystallizing Ozzie Guillen's opinion of Wrigley Field.
He doesn't like it much, does he?
Let's go to Marty Gellner, who has the Twins starting pitcher with her.
All right, Perk, 6 strong innings in your first start since coming off the DL. Did the elbow give you any problems at all?
No, you know what? I think I felt good, and it was nice to get back out there more than anything. Being down there in Florida was definitely lonely. So, get back here, see the teammates, and get out there and pitch. It was, pretty good, and the guys picked me up. We got 8 runs, and you can't ask for more than that.
In your last few starts before going on the DL, you'd had some struggles. So how important was this to have this solid showing here tonight?
Yeah, I think, for my confidence, for the team's confidence in me, I think it was, real big because, I think, we got our 5 guys, and they're counting on us to go out there and give good starts, So it was good for me to get back out there and kind of, atone for that, the last couple of starts I made before I went on. It was hard to swallow, being out there and pitching like that. So I was, happy to get a, good outing and something to build on.
Strong game tonight. Thanks, Bert.
Thank you.
Very nice. Nice to hear that the elbow felt good after the 6 innings of work by Glenn Perkins. Again, 87 pitches.
1-2 to Michael Cuddyer. Chopper to short. 6-4. Nice dig at first by Adam LaRoche. 2 down.
Well, the 4th double play turn by the Pirates here tonight. Glenn Perkins looking for his 2nd win of the year, his first since coming off the disabled list. Remember, he went on a disabled list on May 18th after a poor outing against the Yankees. His last win and only win coming back in April against the Angels here at the Metrodome. So good job by Perkins.
Delmon Young swings and fouls the first pitch back. Young with a pair of hits, a run scored, a run batted in, and the average for Young up to 260. Lifted to right, and Delwyn Young makes the catch. 2 down, or 3 down, I beg your pardon. That's the end of the inning with the double play ball to the 8th. Twins up by 6.
Great play right here just to start off the ball game. Creedy kind of showing off the defense right there. That off of Andrew McCutchen. And then Delmon Young, a nice catch against the wall off the bat of Andy LaRoche. That coming in the 4th inning. So to pitch a good ball game at the major league level, you need good defense, and Glenn Perkins had that here tonight.
Freddie Sanchez will lead things off against R.A. Dickey. it just seems like Dickey has improved immeasurably from where he was in April, when he almost like he was still trying to get into a pitching rhythm. Now remember, last year with Seattle, he was up with the Mariners for a while and down and was a starter. He was a reliever. He never really had a defined role for any extended period of time. Popped up harmlessly to right center field, and Gomez makes the catch, one away. The series wraps up with a noon start on Thursday, and that means it's a Treasure Island Senior Day. Fans 55 and older can get $5 off any lower reserve or upper club ticket. Treasure Island Senior Day tickets can be purchased at the ballpark on the day of the game, so come out tomorrow and join us at the ballpark.
Well, remember, R.A. Dickey started the season in the rotation, replacing Scott Baker in the rotation. His first start came on April 10th, and then when Baker came back, he was put out to the bullpen. Had a very good month of May. He made 7 relief appearances, a 1.86 combined ERA, 19 1/3 innings in the month of May. He only gave up 4 earned runs. And so far so good here in the month of June. This is his 3rd appearance, and he's pitched 6 innings so far, and he's given up only 1 hit and no runs.
He doesn't seem to be walking anybody anymore. In his first few outings with the Twins, 3 times in fact in April, he was brought into the game with the bases loaded. 3-0, and a fastball at the belt, 3-1. Now, for any relief pitcher, it's tough to come into a ball game with the bases loaded. There's no margin for error. But when your featured pitch is a knuckleball that can drift any direction, that's really tough. And then right after Joe Mauer came back, because Mauer hadn't caught him, they put Dickey out there and said, hey, don't throw your knuckleball because this guy hasn't caught it yet.
Well, I think what makes Dickey so valuable is not only the knuckleball, it's the control of his fastball. You know, he keeps the ball down good. That 3-1 pitch, a fastball, and another fastball right there. If it was, it might have been a hard knuckleball right there. It's so hard to see sometimes because he throws that knuckleball extremely hard for a knuckleball pitcher. Doesn't want to walk anybody right here, so he's going to throw that knuckleball or something quick, hopefully down the middle.
Lifted to left.
Good pitch right there.
Out number 2. And I think a lot of people who don't know much about the knuckleball, they've seen the great success that Tim Wakefield has had over the years throwing a slower knuckleball. And so maybe some fans would wonder, well, hey, R.A. Dickey, why don't you throw it slower like Tim Wakefield? When Wakefield was here, I asked him, he said, hey, I'd throw it harder if I could. I just can't. I'll be interested maybe this weekend when the Twins have the autograph party, if Harmon Killebrew is here, I'll have a chance to ask him the Hoyt Wilhelms and Wilbur Woods how hard they threw. Or maybe you remember Wilbur Wood.
Yeah, I remember Wilbur Wood. He threw it like Tim Wakefield throws it.
2 down. Here's Craig Monroe.
Oh, Charlie Huff, same thing. You almost heard Craig Monroe saying, come on, throw the ball straight.
2 strikes and a ball. And Monroe with a victory of sorts, making contact.
Oh, the pitch before was a knuckleball that looked like it came in to Monroe that he swung through. That knuckleball looked like it went almost like a slider, broke away. I know when Wakefield was here, they were talking about arm angles, about staying on top of that knuckleball.
2-2.
R.A. Dickey, Robert Allen Dickey, 34 years old. This is his 7th season at the major league level.
That's strike 3, and Mauer will have to throw Monroe out. Throws low, and Morneau can't pick it up. So an error charged to Mauer on a low throw. And one of the rare throwing errors you'll see Joe Mauer make.
Yeah, almost threw it too easy right there to his best friend on the ball club, Justin, right there. Almost threw him a changeup. And he short hopped Justin. Now this knuckleball gets away from Joe. He gets over there and just tried to just ease it over there instead of letting it go. And for Mauer, that's his second error of the year. That's a strikeout for Dickey, his third, with Monroe at first.
We got Mauer's first error of the year. You got
his first error?
I think so.
Yes, it is.
One strike to Delwyn Young. And Young fouls one off of Mauer's mask and or shoulder. And in case you're keeping track of these things, Mauer's 16th error as a major league catcher. Of course, for a catcher, they're almost all throwing errors. Aaron throws on a stolen base attempt. That's to left center field, and that's going to be trouble. Young spins and fires it back to the infield, and it's a 2-out double for Delwyn Young, and it'll get Andy LaRoche to the plate.
Oh, Young picking up his second hit. Good job by Delwyn Young getting over there to cut that ball off, because if it gets by him, then Monroe scores from first. This a knuckleball that just floated over the heart of the plate, and Young hitting it to Young. Young doing a good job right there, getting it back in quickly.
So Andy LaRoche will hit. LaRoche is 0 for 3. He sent Delwyn Young to the warning track in left field in the 4th. And Mauer gets enough of that to keep Craig Monroe at third.
So much talk about Joe Mauer and his offense. You forget about what a great catcher he is behind the plate. Does a great job of handling the staff. Does a great job of what you just saw right there, keeping the ball in front of him with a runner at third.
Fastball wide of the plate, 2-0. There's a strike with that fastball you were talking about before, where he can throw it for a strike but not throw it over the middle of the plate. Three and one. First base is open, and Jaramillo on deck. Didn't mean to, and that's a little dribbler, and LaRoche steps into it. He's out. So a check swing on what would have been ball 4, and Dickey gets out of the inning unscathed.
We'll include the Toyota post-game wrap. Joe Mauer is 4 for 4 tonight, perhaps on his way to a 400 season. Plus, the bottom of the order for the Twins has produced well again tonight. The 6 through 8 hitters. We'll look at that. And our instructional on the field tonight will be Burt Blyleven and Ron Coomer showing us how Glenn Perkins has followed through so effectively on his pitches tonight. So that's all coming up after the game, guys.
All right, thank you very much, Marnie. Carlos Gomez takes a pitch down and away. It'll be Gomez, Punto, and Harris, and then if somebody reaches Joe Mauer, we'll have a chance for a 5-hit game.
Evan Meek starting his second inning of relief. Once property of the Minnesota Twins. Signed by the Twins, then released by the Twins.
Foul by a few feet.
Meek, 26 years old, signed by the Twins in 2003. Released by the Twins in 2005. He's pitched in the minor leagues for the Twins, the Padres, the Rays, and now the Pirates.
And a deeper foul down the right field line. He's a Rule 5 guy, and I had a fan come up to me. Gomez swings and misses, and now Jaramillo throws him out. 1 away. Well, next Saturday night, the Twins will go special. The first 10,000 fans will get a Twins cowboy hat, courtesy of WeFest. Twins will be hosting the Astros in interleague play. First pitch at 6:10. Tickets for that game and every game this season can be found at twinsbaseball.com. I bet you R.A. Dickey from Nashville, Tennessee, probably going to end up with one of those Twins cowboy hats. That is not the style of hat.
That's a good hat.
Yeah, that looks similar to the one I bought you in Houston.
No. Yours was just like a sombrero. It wasn't even close to a cowboy hat. I told you to buy 2 of them. Would have spent 50 cents on it.
You want to explain to people why you keep telling me to buy 2 of those hats?
No, I cannot.
Okay, all right. All I do is give. 2-0 to Punto. That's down the line with very little hook on it, but it's still foul. And Punto's got to grab a new stick. Robbie Ince-Mikowski. Did he bail on that? No, he wants to get the free souvenir. He wants the baseball.
He has it. Finally got one after all those years in South Philly.
And appropriately enough, somebody had to hand it to him.
Yeah, throw it up in the stands. Let's go.
And now Punto up the middle, gets a base hit. Sacrifice fly is last time up, and Punto hitting out of the 9-hole after being on the disabled list, giving the Twins better at bats.
Well, one thing Ron Coomer mentioned is that Nick Punto, rather than hitting the fly balls, now he's hitting line drives, just he's squaring up nicely with that ball right now. Very good series in Chicago. 5 for 10, picks up his first hit here tonight. Officially 1 for 3.
Here's Harris. My goodness, this team is leading by 6 runs, and they've grounded into 5 double plays. Twins are done through 8 innings. Mauer denied a plate appearance here in the 8th inning, and Robbie Ince-Mikowski, another left-hander on our Fox Sports North crew.
He thinks left-handed too.
AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered. And despite 5 ground ball double plays, the Twins have a 6-run lead going into the 9th and have Jose Mijares on the mound.
Yeah, Mijares coming out of the bullpen for the 23rd time. And a ball right back up the middle. It's a base hit.
Robinson Diaz hitting for the Pirates, and he gets a leadoff single here in the 9th.
Well, the numbers on Mijares, very good. 2.33 earned run average. He's not allowed a run in 11 of his last 13 appearances, covering 10 innings. An ERA of 1.8.
The Twins in the 8 innings tonight hitting .500. Officially 16 for 32 in plate appearances. There's a foul ball backing out of play. With Nate McLouth dealt a week or so ago, some people in Pittsburgh fear that Jack Wilson will be next. Wilson may have hurt himself on that swing. He's bent over and is doing something with his left hand. And Wilson, we've caught him grimace a few times here after that swing and foul ball. Foul, 2 strikes. And Wilson again flexing that left hand. Sometimes hitters end up breaking that hamate bone just by swinging the bat. Sometimes they just get a stinger. It's nothing.
I mentioned before, Wilson, the veteran here, pretty much for the Pittsburgh Pirates in his 9th season. 31-year-old.
And a base hit to right center field. And Mijares gives up a couple of base hits to start the 9th inning.
Wilson picking up his 2nd hit of the ball game. Cheap game summary. Joe Mauer 4 for 4 in a ball game. His average now at 429. Cuddyer, good day coming back from that finger injury. 2 for 4 with a couple runs scored. And Glenn Perkins looking for his 2nd win of the year. 6 very good innings.
The thing to watch with Cuddyer, of course, is what it'll be like tomorrow when he shows up at the ballpark. What will his night be like tonight? He didn't do anything to provoke this latest reaction. Just the index finger swelled up on him. And Mijares drives a fastball over for strike 1. McCutchen, pair of hits. And now strike 2. Brewers beat the Indians 7-5 tonight. Fly ball to right. Cuddyer positions himself under it. 1 away.
That's the thing that you have to watch too, because it's the right index finger on the throws from Cuddyer.
One down, and Nyjer Morgan will hit. Morgan with the 2-run home run to tie the game and account for the extent of the Pirate scoring here tonight. That back in the 3rd inning. And strike 1. Late on the fastball, strike 2.
Mijares with that good fastball, the hard slider. That's his strikeout pitch. 15 strikeouts in 20 innings pitched.
And a little bit high. One and two. Nyjer Morgan. Slider got him. 2 down. Morgan, the only one who's hit a home run in the game, and with his home run, a total of $16,000 has been raised in our game for prostate cancer research. And to make a donation, you can call 800-798-CURE or go online to www.prostatecancerfoundation.org. It's Freddie Sanchez. Sanchez 1 for 4. To center. Gomez ends the game, and the Twins open this interleague series with a convincing win.
Well, again, the Twins very successful in interleague. They go to 6-1 in interleague play and defeat the Pittsburgh Pirates here.